righteous on the
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, it's pretty dark out. Like, I got my light on, but it's dark. I have to hurry up and get this video done, y'all. If I didn't film tonight, I literally would have no time to film. Like, I work for the rest of the weekend, and when I get home, I'm gonna be exhausted. So I literally have to rush and get these videos. Get this video edited and all of that and out to you guys by Monday. But hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be talking to you guys today about why I moved to Atlanta. Now, I know you guys in the last video, if you haven't seen it, it's gonna be down in the link. Make sure you check it out. But in my last video, I did a get to know me video, and I talked to you guys a little bit about being from Philly and, you know, actually living in Atlanta. And I wanted to talk to you guys more about why and, you know, how did I get here and things like that. So that's what this video is going to be about. But before we get into it, you know, y'all already know I'm about to ask y'all. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. What? Like, comment, and subscribe. What? Like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so basically, y'all, okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, so since I was in, like, what age was I Stump the Yard came out in 2007, right, y'all? And I was like, I don't know, like 12. I don't know, y'all. I don't feel like doing it. 2007. Yeah, I was 10. Thank you. I was 10, and I went to see Stump the Yard, and a lot of you guys know, if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you guys seen Stump the Yard, but Stump the Yard is based on a historically black college campus, and it happens to be the school that I go to. But in the movie, basically, the school is called Truth University. So at 10 years old, I just remember seeing that video and seeing, you know, how everybody was just black. You know what I mean? Everybody was just black, and the movie was about stepping and doing all of this, and I was like literally obsessed with the whole, I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna go to Truth University, da-da-da. So I'm looking up where, you know, Stump the Yard was filmed, and it came up Clark Atlanta University. So again, in the last video, I told you guys, if I didn't go to Clark, y'all, I literally wouldn't have went to school. Like, Clark was my only choice. I did get accepted to other schools because I had to apply to multiple schools for my high school, but Clark was my one and only choice. Like, I wanted to move to Atlanta. I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna be a star. I have to go. Like, I can't stay in Philly. There's nothing for me here. I have to go to Atlanta. So literally, since 10 years old, I'm like, I'm going to Atlanta. You know, I already knew what I wanted to do. I'm like, I'm going to go to Clark Atlanta. I was going to go to Truth University at the time until I found out it was Clark Atlanta. But so I ended up doing more research on the school and found out that it's in Atlanta, and it's actually called Clark Atlanta University. And I was able to actually visit. I went on a college tour when I was in, I knew I was in high school, but I don't know what grade I was in. I had to be like maybe 10th or 11th grade. I was in 10th or 11th grade, and I went on a college tour. And the funny story is that the guy that took my virginity, I actually went on a college tour with him. But that's another story, and this was before. But anyway, you know what? Let's focus. So I went on a college tour, and I was able to actually see my school, even though we spent most of the time, I remember we spent most of the time at Spelman, and the guys spent most of their time in Morehouse. We were able to like walk through Clark, but you know, if you know Clark Atlanta, like, you know, like Spelman and Morehouse are like on the outside of us, and we're like kind of in the middle of them. So I was able to see, I fell in love with Atlanta. It's hot. I hate, if you know me, you know I hate anything cold. I don't like snow. Like, I just can't handle it, y'all. Like, I hate it. Like, when I tell you guys I hate snow, I can't. And the really cold, I hate it. So that was another reason I wanted to move to Atlanta. Atlanta is always, it's not always hot, but it's always humid. Even when it rains. Even when it's cold outside, it's still humid. You're still going to be sweating like a cow. You're going to be like, oh my God, I'm hot. But, yeah. So, you know, after the college tour, that was when I really decided that that was the school that I was going to go to. And I told my mom about it, and she's like, okay, cool, you know. I don't think she thought that I was really going to leave, but I had every intention on leaving. Like, there was nothing. It was like a couple setbacks. I remember getting accepted like 2 days before my birthday, and we had like a couple setbacks, like towards like closer and closer to me leaving. Like, we didn't know if my financial aid was going to cover it. Like, my mom didn't know if she wanted to take out that big of a loan, because, you know, my sister, she went to a school in Pennsylvania, so her school was much cheaper than mine. Much cheaper. Like, my school is like literally, right now we're at $40,000 a year. $40,000. That's the average right now. Like, when I started, it was 36. Now here I am in my 5th year, and it's 40,000. So you know, I could understand where she was coming from when she didn't want to take out a huge loan like that. You know what I mean? And she ended up taking it out. Thank God. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Shout out to my mom. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the loan. Because if it wasn't for that loan, I don't know where I would be. Truly, honestly, I won't lie to you. So, anyway, I ended up. Now, hold on, let me just let you guys know. Before I even knew about Clark Atlanta, I knew that I wanted to leave Philly. Let's start there. I love my city. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love my city. I love my family. I love my friends. I love everybody that I know from there. But for me personally, having like bigger, I always thought bigger. Like, I never thought I've never thought inside of Philly. Like, I never saw my life there, even as a child. Like, I never wanted to stay there. I never wanted to have a regular job. Like, I never wanted to do that. So it felt like, to me, and again, this is no disrespect to my city, I love my city, but it felt like to me that most of the people that surrounded me were more like, oh, you know, I'm cool with staying in Philly, I'm cool with, you know, getting a job at the, you know, SEPTA or anything. SEPTA is a bus company in Philly. Don't get me wrong, they make bank, but, you know, it's just a regular job. And nursing or something like that, I didn't want to do anything like that. I wanted to be getting to this money. I wanted to touch money. That's all I knew. I just knew I wanted to touch money. I knew I wanted to be outside somewhere that I haven't been. I wanted to be in Atlanta. Like, I wanted to be somewhere new. I wanted to start fresh. So I left. And technically when you start school, you're leaving, but of course you come back. So let me just tell you guys, I hated my first year in Atlanta. Hated it. I was miserable. It was really like a culture shock for me. I'm really like, when I tell you guys, I'm really like, I'm not really friendly like that. I'm friendly. I'm really nice. I'm nice to everybody. But it's hard for me to put myself out there and actually be like, oh, hey, you want to be friends? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that takes time. It takes time for me to open up to people. It takes time for me to just let people get to know me in general. So, you know, that year was hard for me. Adjusting, excuse me guys, ooh, that was nasty. It was hard, you know, like adjusting without having my mom and my sister and my friends. Like, I had my best friend, she went to Clark, but she ended up leaving for her own personal reasons. But my best friend left like second semester, so it was just me. And thank God for my college best friend. You know, my best friend that I met in college, her name is Marley. Shout out to Marley. I love you, bestie. So, if it wasn't for her, I probably would have just been I would have known nobody. Like, I would have dealt with nobody. Like, my roommate, I had a nice roommate, but my roommate ended up leaving. So I got another roommate, and we ended up getting into some things. And then I had to move alone, and I had to move into another room by myself. But, you know, you guys get what I'm saying. Like, the first year, I just really didn't, it was hard for me to put myself out there. You know, I only had my best friend from back home and now my best friend on campus. Like, I didn't have a lot of friends. I wasn't really hee ha ha with a lot of people. And that's the kind of experience that I thought I would have. And I kind of wish, now looking back on it, I kind of wish I was a little bit more not outgoing, but a little bit more friendlier. Like, I would have let more people in be my friends. You know what I mean? I would have had like a group of friends, and you know, we ride or die for the next 4 years. You know what I mean? I really do wish I could have had that experience. You know what I mean? But God had different plans, and that's okay. That's okay. So after the first year, I kind of got adjusted. Like, I kind of was like, you know, I'm here now. You know what I mean? I still stayed on campus, which I hated. Listen, I love my college. I do. But it's I'm grown. Like, when I come to school, I'm not coming to have all these rules. I'm not coming to, not saying that we can't handle rules, because I get it. We got to have rules. You got to have some type of structure. But I'm not coming for, oh, you can't come visit if you don't go to Spelman, Morehouse, or Clark. My mom couldn't even come to my dorm room. Like, my sister, if they wanted to come in there as a freshman, your family, even as an upperclassman, your family can't visit you on campus. You know what? Sorry, y'all, my cat is acting crazy. But your family can't come visit you on campus. Like, they can't. And I just thought that was so weird. And we had, like, even if you did have people to come see you, like, that went to the schools, our curfew or whatever, I forgot what it's called, but when visitation was over at 11 o'clock. Like, we are grown. Especially when you're upperclassmen. You're in sophomore, junior year. You're 20, 21. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who has time? And then you have people coming, hey, room checks, random. I don't have time for all of that. I'm grown. I don't want nobody going through my stuff. So I ended up leaving about 2 years. I ended up leaving junior year. I was able to get like a college apartment, and my rent was $798, but everything was included. Like I said, it was a college apartment, so it was a loft. So they had beds with 4 people. I mean, they had bedrooms with 4 people, 3 people, 2 people, and 1 people if you wanted to pay that extra money. But I had 4, and my rent was $798, and we all paid $798. It's not like we paid $798 together. No, we all paid $798. And I didn't really, you know, looking back on it, it felt like a waste of money. You know what I mean? Like, we're all paying $798. They had to be making a cool $1 million off of everybody who lived there. A cool $500,000 at least, like, every month from the students that lived there. Because it was at least 1,000 students, if not more, that lived in my building. So that was a fail, living in a college apartment. I had more privacy and I had more freedom, but they still did room checks. I still had to worry about people coming to see with my room, and I can't, y'all. So I finally got my own apartment last year, and I told you guys that next year is going to be my last year of school, or last semester, whatever. It's going to be my last, you know, time in school, and now I'm looking for another apartment to move in. It's just gonna be me and my cats this time. You know, I moved into this apartment with my best friend, my roommate, and you know, now I have to get my own. I'm gonna be alone, guys. Just me and my cats and my wine. And Grey's Anatomy. That's it. So and let me just tell you guys, if you're gonna move to Atlanta, there are cheaper places. I'm not going to tell you guys how much I exactly pay for rent, but just know I live in a city. I live close to my school, and I pay between $900 and $1,200. And I stay in the city. And like I said, I'm really close to everything. I don't really want to stay in the countryside. I don't have a car. I can't drive, so I have to really stay in the city. I have to really stay close to my job and my school, you know what I mean? And so, but if you want to come to Atlanta and you want to, listen, you can find a house for what I'm paying, to be honest. You can find a house out in the boondocks, not the boondocks, but outside, like the outskirts of Atlanta, and still live nicely, you know what I mean? So don't let the price discourage you. I know people are like looking it up like, oh, how much is it to live in? The prices have definitely went up since the new stadium went up, but it's still Georgia, it's still the South, so you can still get a good deal and, you know what I mean, be able to stay and live somewhere nice. So yeah, but I just wanted to let you guys know, you know, why I moved to Atlanta. And I just want to let you guys know, don't let nobody tell you that you ain't supposed to be somewhere. Because I had a lot of people tell me, why don't you stay in Philly? Why don't you do this? I'm cool. I gotta get to this money. I got things to do. I don't have time to sit around with people that have a crab in a bucket mentality. And I feel like a lot of people that are from my city had that mentality, and I just had to get away from that, y'all. And even though my first year in Atlanta was pretty tough on me emotionally, I wouldn't take it back because it made me stronger. Like, literally. I know that's so like, hee, like, girl, okay, it made you stronger. Like, but it really did. Like, it really just, it made me be okay with being alone sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to be alone by yourself and rock out. And I, you know, and that's what I do. And that's what it taught me to do. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. But I moved to Atlanta. I think I'm going to be here for the next 5 to 10 years, which is why I'm looking for another apartment. Because as I grow and as I, you know, expand my business and finish school, like, I want to live here. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep flying back and forth to Philly. And I'm not. So after I graduate, it's really a wrap for me going back and forth to Philly that often, because I probably go back to Philly like every 2 months, maybe, if not, you know, more often than that. And it's too much money, you know, and I just want everybody to come see me, because at this point, when I actually move here, it's going to be on everybody around me if they see me or not, because I'm not going to be able to keep dropping everything just to come to Philly. So get ready for that, y'all. Y'all need to step it up. Step it up if y'all want to see me, period. If you want to move to Bangkok, wherever you want to move, go. Don't let nobody tell you you need to stay. Oh, you need to stay. You from Idaho. You need to stay in Idaho because this and that. No, go. See the world. See something different. Be around different people. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody try to take your opportunity from you. If you really feel like, listen, this is not the place for me, wherever you're from. It could be from Antarctica. You could be from anywhere. You know what I mean? But just never let nobody tell you, listen, why don't you think smaller? Never think smaller. Think bigger. And if bigger to you is Vegas or bigger to you is Miami, go to Miami and live your life. Because guess what? You only get one. You only get one. So go do you, y'all. I believe in y'all. And listen, like I said, if you want to go to Idaho, if you from Idaho and you want to move to Miami, go to Miami, baby. Let Bob, Steve, and Evan stay in Idaho. Period. Okay? Period. So, thank you guys again for watching my video. I love you guys so much. I'll see you next Monday with another one. And before I get out of here, before I go, y'all already know what I'm about to say. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. What? Like, comment, and subscribe.